Budweiser commercial for the Clydesdales made me think about the frogs. Remember the frog commercials?
Yes, that was classic.
Those were great commercials too.
Budweiser. We did it. High tide. If I was at that game, every Thanksgiving my family would hear it. Hey, did y'all know I was at the ice bowl? It was one cold game.
It's the only thing first thing you talk about the family gathering. Hey, everybody, I just want to tell y'all that story about how I went to the ice bowl like 1967. Yeah, you told us that story last time, Grandpa. Misanthropic. What is a misanthropic?
That's Mr. Anthropic's wife. You didn't like that joke? Dude, how awesome was that?
So you're not going to pick Texas, huh? You're not going to pick with your emotion. You're going to pick with your...
Not picking with my heart.
You're going to pick with your brain now, huh?
Yeah. I don't know that that's any better. You like that, Min?
Absolutely. Everything I own so that we can buy Club La Vila.
Oh, man.
And bring it back.
We'd have to live there, too. I wouldn't have nowhere else.
I wouldn't have anywhere else to live either. But, I mean, hell, that'd be living on the beach. I'll be fine with that.
Yeah. Look at our parking. I'm probably going to go Notre Dame because Indiana, they're one big good team they played.
Oh, yeah. That
was Ohio State, and they got rolled, right?
They got rolled. Yeah.
I don't know if Notre Dame is Ohio State.
Notre Dame did have a better strength of schedule.
Yeah. Game, you get 5 days after your bowl game or after your final playoff game to declare for the portal. So
there's a whole bunch of players on these teams that could be still.
Yes.
And that also refutes what Coach Franklin said about how his player had to get on the. Oh my gosh!
He is so
full
of doo-doo.
Texas is just going to show them how it is. You know, they're not. They've never played anybody. Blah 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 blah.
Do you know the beginning of the year? Like this could be your true Cinderella if they keep it close or win. But you know, the beginning of the year in the Big 12 conference, they were picked last.
I heard that.
They were picked to finish last.
Misanthropic. What is a misanthropic?
That's Mr. Anthropic's wife. You didn't like that joke? Dude, how awesome was that?
No, I don't like the only way.
Well, just because you don't like it doesn't mean the committee won't do it.
I'm friends with them, and they agree with you.
Budweiser commercial for the Clydesdales made me think about the frogs. Remember the frog commercials?
Yes, that was classic.
Those were great commercials too.
Budweiser. We did it. High tide. Game, you get 5 days after your bowl game or after your final playoff game to declare for the portal. So
there's a whole bunch of players on these teams that could be still.
Yes.
And that also refutes what Coach Franklin said about how his player had to get on the. Oh my gosh!
He is so full of doo-doo. If I was at that game, every Thanksgiving my family would hear it. Hey, did y'all know I was at the ice bowl? It was one cold game.
It's the only thing first thing you talk about the family gathering. Hey, everybody, I just want to tell y'all that story about how I went to the ice bowl like 1967. Yeah, you told us that story last time, Grandpa.
Here's what Georgia is. You're going down the street, you see this house just up in flames, and you're like, man, I think everybody in there is probably dead. And then last second, here comes Georgia strolling out. Oh my God, they survived. Like, there's a few times. Yeah.
Recruiting issue.
Yeah, it was. It's not as much so more now because people transfer like they're changing their underwear. Right?
Transfer like they're changing their underwear.
Yeah.
How often do you change your underwear?
I change mine well, I guess some people don't. I change mine at least once a day.
Once a day.
And some people may not think that's a lot. I don't know. I don't know what the average daily underwear change is.
I guess it depends on what you ate the day before.
Well, I got a question on that. Can a nerd be you're nerdy though? Can you be a redneck?
I think you could be both. I don't think it's mutually exclusive.
You can be, but okay, no, that was a legit question.
Notre Dame should go.
Oh, boy.
You know, Pablo Mac, I thought about that too, but Jason pointed out that Notre Dame actually already plays all of their other sports. I believe it's in.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another exciting episode from high atop Scott Social Media Studios, part of the Cedar City, just outside of America's Music City. This is the Mike and Jrod Show, and I'm here with my favorite green co-host today, Michael Clay.
March Madness.
And I am Jrod.
That's right. Your new opening, I feel like you're glitching, and I feel like I got to say something.
You got to say something.
I don't let you finish, though. I got to let you just go with it.
Well, the other part of it, too, is that I feel like I like to mix it up, right? Change it up some.
Yeah. No, I like it. It just throws me off. So I'm like, is he glitching? Do I need to speak? Yeah.
Mike. Oh, I remember Max Headroom.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
Max Headroom.
And didn't he do Pepsi commercials too?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He had a show, and I don't think I ever actually saw the show, but there was so much promo for Max Headroom.
I don't think I ever actually watched the show of it. But speaking of shows, this is show 26.
26.
I'll call it. I had a hard time.
Call it the show that is a deadly show. I think that's what you were saying. This
Unlucky.
is like a unlucky.
But, we'll call it the Buddy Jeanette show.
Buddy Jeanette.
Yeah, I had a hard time finding anything related to 26, but
nobody wants to be Jersey 26, huh?
Yeah, he, according to Google, was the most famous person with the number 26. He's the only player in the only Hall of Famer to wear number 26 in basketball.
Wow. He
played from 1933 to 1938 to 1950.
Is that like a thing, I guess? So, I mean, I'm curious if other numbers have had that same kind of situation.
There was a guy that played at Syracuse in the early 2000s, but I like this Buddy Jeanette, I'm sure no one's ever heard of that guy either. So I just went with him. He went to college at Washington and Jefferson College. And then he played pro leagues. He was born in 1917. Died in 1998. So this is the Buddy Jeanette show.
1917.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, is that the planes? Is that a plane? I guess it was.
It did. Yeah. Sounds like an air. Yeah.
I don't think we've had an airplane before during the show. That's weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
So 1917.
Yeah, he was born.
What was happening in 1917?
Did World War I just end? I think it just ended.
Oh, we'd have to have my wife, the history teacher, kind of coach us on that one, I guess.
I tell you what did happen in 1917. A great lady was born. My grandma, my Meemaw.
Your Meemaw.
Yep.
Meemaw.
My dad's
God
mom,
bless her soul.
Yeah, Dad. That's his mom. I know he's watching.
God bless her soul.
Yeah. Born in 1917.
1917.
And I think she was 94. She lived to be 94 or 5. She was old.
It was really quiet, and I realized why. You know why it's so quiet? Because we don't have our AC unit.
Yeah, I don't like it being that quiet. Take your headset off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, turn that air on.
Now everybody's going to get to see my belly.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
But yeah, this is going to be a fun show. I don't know. Jared had it up.
I blame it on the cameras, right? That's why my belly's so big. It's all the cameras'
fault.
What was that? Not my eating habits.
Yeah, camera adds 20 pounds.
Yeah, I think in my case it adds 50.
I was trying to do you a favor. I'm trying to help you out there. Yeah, fun show. March Madness has started. Game started at like 11:15 this morning. Had our first upset already. Major upset. A 12 beat a 5. McNeese State beat Clemson. So that probably busted a lot of people's brackets. I got a lot of topics to talk about or facts. So we'll be throwing them out there all. I'm sure we'll just be talking March Madness. Jared did have a game up, and I'm kind of disappointed
We had the dog versus dog tonight, and we thought we were going to get to watch some of it while we were on while having the show, but apparently it's over, and the dog that's from the SEC lost.
Yeah,
so.
wasn't much of a game to watch.
Yeah, Georgia getting smoked.
I mean, Gonzaga put it. I mean,
they
wasn't
put
even,
it to them.
I think it was 27-3 with like 12 minutes to go in the first half. Like it wasn't even a game at all.
Our boy Jason's back, our Irishman.
Now,
and he's rooting for Duke today.
Yeah, what is that? Front run? Oh, I think that's
we already talked about this. He's a fancy pants. He likes
Yeah.
Duke and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
But I can't really talk because I thought about going to Duke for school. So, and I got a degree from Vanderbilt. That's pretty fancy pants too. So.
No. Yeah, but you went there, so that's reasons to pull for Vandy and Tennessee. Did he? Well, and maybe he went to Duke and North Carolina. I mean Notre Dame. I don't know.
I don't know. You know, it's shame. I feel like a best friend of Jason, but I don't know where he went to school. So I feel shamed for that. Shame for me.
Well, you know where I went to school?
Mount Jude Christian Academy. And Austin P. You went to Austin P for a while, didn't you?
Oh, yes.
So that deserves a clap, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that deserves a loser.
No, that was Price is Right. You got it right.
Oh.
You done forgot the sounds.
I thought the Price is Right. Yeah, but I thought that was the losing sound for Price is Right.
Oh, it is, but it's... yeah, it is.
Yeah, I thought that was
That
the
is
losing
when
sound
you
for
get it
Price is
wrong.
Right. You're like, it's the Price is Right. You got it right. Loser sound.
But it's still-
Loser.
it's
Price
still-
is Right. Loser.
Yeah. Oh, he went to Harvard Law School. Well, I apologize. Please don't sue me. Sorry, Jackson.
See, my boy Jason.
I'm on your
I
team.
knew he was something special.
Man, that's impressive.
He's my boy. I feel bad too because I haven't ridden on the train with Jason in a while. I need to get back into the train groove. It's hard though when we go to the train, when we take the train to work, like it's really early in the morning, like 5:45.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to the train station, and then one of the ladies at work, God bless her soul, she wants to work till 6 o'clock at night, and so
Oh, gosh.
so we don't get. Okay, I exaggerate. I think she wants to work till like 5:15 or something, and then we end up getting off the train at 6:05. It's crazy.
Yes, so Jason brings up
14 SEC teams
Yeah.
is outrageously exciting for the SEC.
It's a little much, I think.
What happened with the Texas game? I didn't get a chance to watch.
They got beat by Xavier. They were leading. They were leading in the second half by as much as 13, and then Xavier come back and beat them.
So the truth is, we didn't deserve 14 teams because Texas got beat, Georgia got beat.
And I don't think, Texas and Georgia, like I kind of questioned Vandy, but out of those three, I think Vandy should have got in over them.
Well, and I felt like I was excited about Vandy's position. I felt like they were like slotted 10, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that seems kind of high to me. I'm a Vandy fan, so I'm excited about them being higher in the bracket, right? Because it gives them a better chance.
Yeah, it's better than facing like a 5-4 seed.
Definitely,
like that.
David. Georgia's out of the picture now.
Yeah.
So
And that was not a fun, that was a boring
painful game to watch. I'm glad I'm not a Georgia fan.
But I like, Gonzaga's a good team.
Well, they're the Zags, right?
Yeah.
The
And they're
Zigs
the
or the
ones,
Zags or the...
Yeah, Zags. Gonzaga. Bulldogs.
The Zags. Are they Zags or Bulldogs? I'm not really sure. They zig and then they zag to be a bulldog?
Well,
maybe bulldog zig and zag.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. A bulldog will zig and zag on you.
So they're a bulldog that zigs and zags.
Yeah. And they beat the crap out of a Georgia bulldog today.
That deserves this one, doesn't it?
I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah.
That was kind of a burn.
Kind of a new, the guy that said Georgia is out as well, David, welcome. Thanks for watching live.
Glad to have you on the show. We're very excited about Facebook posting. We really wanted some Facebook chat. We rolled out our Facebook connection, last week or week before or something like that?
I think this is the second or third
second or third week, and we haven't had a lot of Facebook chat. All of our chat traditionally has been YouTube because we've been on YouTube for 26 shows.
Yeah. Show
And technically, if you go back to our other seasons, right, we're even more shows than that. I mean,
those
are old school.
I don't know if I want you to find those.
Don't look at those.
Bad,
those are like bad shows. We're good shows now. Now we have coffee mugs.
Yes, that's right. I think
cheers.
That's the camera. Yep.
Cheers. We're gonna have to cheers our coffee mugs.
You can go to over here.
I don't know which camera it's on.
MikeandJrod.com. We have a store. You can buy stuff. I've ordered stuff too.
Yeah.
Hats. All kinds of
It
little
was
goodies.
switching cameras while we were chinking. We're like, which camera is it? I don't know. We don't have a fancy setup. We got like little $30 cameras, so hopefully the graphics aren't too bad.
So SEC 14 teams. Obviously, I don't think that's a record. No conference has ever had that many.
Steven's saying Duke is going to go all the way.
Yeah, that's
Man, he and Jace are in the same boat there, aren't they?
Look,
and this is going to become the Duke podcast here soon.
Well, I know that's a good inside joke. Steven works with me.
Oh, he does.
He couldn't tell you. He hates basketball. He doesn't know anything about basketball. But he said, I always... And today he heard some guys talking, and he just threw that in there. He goes, Duke's going to go all the way. So he said, that's my one-liner. For the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to walk up to people talking basketball.
It's almost like putting baseball cards on people's windshields.
Yeah, so he's going to throw Duke's going to go all the way.
All the time.
Which is funny. Like,
go for it. I mean, every time you talk to somebody, Duke's going all the way.
Yeah. And
really? Are you sure?
You're not going to be too far wrong. It's a good.
I mean, they're a #1 seed, aren't they?
Yeah, but think about Duke and basketball. They're usually always in the tournament. So if you're a guy that knows nothing about basketball, if you throw that out there, well, they're going to go, oh, this guy kind of knows.
This guy knows something.
Because every year Duke's going to be there sometime.
As long as you didn't say UNC.
Yeah.
I mean, they traditionally have been there every time, but that was the other thing. I don't think we talked about this. That video clip of the governor calling the NCAA
West Virginia
National Corruption Conference or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was the West Virginia governor.
Did I send you that picture? I think I did.
Yeah, you did. And I mean, and now if you look, well, they kind of say North Carolina was in over them, but the way North Carolina beat San Diego State, you can say that West Virginia probably should have got in over to San Diego State. Because they looked awful in that game. North Carolina looked real good.
See if I can find that picture. If you haven't seen it, you've got to see it. It's hilarious. They're not going to be able to see that very well, are they? Yeah, it's hilarious. You need to look up West Virginia Governor NCAA investigation.
He calls for an investigation.
He calls it, what does it say it is?
He calls the NCAA a National Corruption Athletic Association. Which is funny, but on one hand, I'm like, I hope he was doing it for a joke, because surely he seriously don't want him to do an investigation.
Well, apparently he has actually sued the NCAA previously.
Oh, okay.
And so, like, this is his podium, effectively, for what he does when it comes to fighting the NCAA. And he was mad because West Virginia didn't get in, and UNC got in, and UNC's AD is the head of the committee.
Yes, yeah. But
right, so
UNC did back up because they looked good on Tuesday or whatever night they played. Like they
stepped up to the plate.
Yeah. And matter of fact, I picked them to beat Ole Miss in this first round.
You did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think.
So you're picking with your head instead of your heart now, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But I do have. I do have 2 of 4 SEC teams in the Final Four.
I'm wearing that one out. Let's do this one instead.
The little Beavis and Butthead laugh.
Yeah, because that's a little bit more in line with your picking with your head instead of your heart thing.
Also, kind of talking, we had a comment there, 14 SEC teams. How many states, Jared, are represented in the tournament? Like teams from each state. How many states are represented?
I don't know.
Take a guess. I'm asking. I know.
I'm going to say half, 25.
35 states are represented.
Wow. Pretty good representation, I would say.
Yeah.
Considering that, I mean, some of the states are so small, I don't know that they would have a credible team, right?
Right. That's right.
And The wife says, as long as you say it with confidence.
Yeah.
Just say it with confidence. It's all that matters.
They're going to think.
Tennessee's going all the way.
Yep.
Did that sound confident enough?
Yeah, but it's, I was going to say, oh, gosh. Which one?
That wasn't confident enough.
No.
I like Turtles, maybe. I don't know.
Well, Duke's got a little more history, basketball history, than UT does.
But Tennessee, I mean, that's really pissed off Kentucky here lately, right? Because that was Kentucky's thing. Was Kentucky ran basketball, Tennessee ran football, and now Kentucky's just sucking on all fronts.
Hold up, because you might have to play Kentucky in this tournament.
Oh yeah, we were talking about it.
Yeah, if they get to the Sweet 16, both of them. So I would hold my talk. Don't let this be an Ohio State situation in football.
Well, what was that? Who was that player with Auburn that was talking trash about Alabama will never beat Auburn while I'm here? You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't turn out very well for him.
You're a Tennessee fan, and if I recall, Tennessee fans were going to take over Ohio State.
I know it. I know it. It came back to bite us in the butt.
Let's.
One of my coworkers, he's a big Purdue guy, and he's like, "Oh, Tennessee, better watch it. Purdue's coming. Purdue's got their number. Remember Edie? Remember Edie?"
Yeah, but they don't have Edie anymore. So they don't. 35 states represented. Which state has the most schools?
The most schools
in the tournament.
Well, I'm going to say North Carolina.
Okay, that's not a bad guess.
But it's not the right guess.
Nope.
You're
Texas.
Covering up the answer.
Yeah, I don't want you cheating.
Well, so Texas is in there. Texas A&M is in there.
Texas has the most.
Is SMU in there?
No. So Texas has the most.
So who are the Texases that are in there?
5 teams representing the state of Texas.
Are some of them teams that I wouldn't guess?
No, you actually would probably know all of them. Texas A&M.
I already guessed Texas and Texas A&M.
Yep. Texas Tech.
Texas Tech is in it? I didn't even know that Texas Tech was in it.
Yep. And Baylor. And I'll give you one more.
Oh, Baylor's in Texas too.
Yep. And the last one's a 1 seed.
I don't know that I would have guessed Baylor. Houston.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
Houston.
David come in with Houston. Yeah.
David saved me. Thank you, David. Appreciate you saving me there, buddy.
So Texas has 5, and then tied for second is several states.
Oh, there's a bunch. It was like a multi-way tie.
1, 2, 3, 4 states.
Where is Drake? Where is Drake from?
That is a good question. Did we talk about this?
We talked about the one this is their first time in, which is the one that played Purdue. What was it? Who was it their first year?
Yeah.
Remember then we went down the rabbit hole talking about. Dang it.
Drake's Iowa, I believe.
Iowa.
I believe they're in Iowa.
Well, that means Iowa State and Drake are both in there. That's 2.
Yeah. Tennessee. So there's 4 states tied with 4, which Tennessee is one of them. So Tennessee, California.
Because Lipscomb's in, right?
Yeah. Tennessee, California, Alabama, and North Carolina all have 4 teams.
If you had told me Tennessee's got 4 teams, I don't know that I would have thought Tennessee has 4 teams. So Tennessee has Vanderbilt.
Well, 3 you could guess.
Lipscomb.
Pretty easily.
Who's the 4th one? I should know this, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
It's not MTSU.
No. You'll go, oh, why didn't I say that one?
I don't know where Reagan is.
Can anybody help?
He's probably watching the Tennessee game.
Yeah.
Anybody help me out on who the 4th Tennessee team
it
is?
So
obvious?
Yes. Yeah. Very obvious.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Memphis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think everybody would go.
I don't know. My mind always, and no offense to anybody who's from Memphis or lives in Memphis or loves Memphis, but I always think of Tennessee and then I think of Memphis as its own place.
Yeah, Jared, you got to throw where we can at least see the game going. There's the score. 50.
Well, we got the score. I would like to try to bring it up. I'm going to try to bring it up on the screen here.
Not for them, just for us.
For us to watch while we're having the show.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of painful for us because we're watching the show or we're doing the show and we got all these screens, but a lot of these screens
I agree. Memphis is
doing
essentially
things
Mississippi.
for us.
Or Arkansas. You can say Memphis is Arkansas.
Yeah, it's because of the way it's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool 4 teams. 2 from Nashville, Lipscomb and Vandy.
I just worry that we're going to start watching the show and then we're going to be like, ooh.
No, I think we'll be all right. It'll be kind of like watching the when we had the live selection show on.
Yep.
I don't think it was too bad. And today's show was March Madness, so it's going to go along
Par
with the
for the
show.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm
par for the course.
sure anybody that's watching probably has a TV on.
Yeah, they're watching.
David just
maybe
said
listening to us and watching.
Chaz Lanier's on fire, so
Yeah, I'm kind of heartbroken because that's my game I wanted to watch.
you had it on earlier.
Man, I was hoping to do like a split screen so we could watch all the games that are going on right now.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe you don't care about Arkansas and Texas A&M. I mean, we got 3 SEC teams playing at the same time right now. So the other thing is I got to make sure.
Well, just have one game and you can see the scores.
Yeah, they'll come up.
Yeah.
I need to make sure this is not going to be.
We
We don't want to listen to them. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you mentioned some of the smaller states. The smallest state has one school representing them.
The smallest is Rhode Island.
Yep. And I would never guess what school. They're a 15 seed. I've never heard of this school until now.
This isn't High Point, which Purdue
No.
played. That was their first time out.
That's in North Carolina, right?
They're a 15 seed. Now I'm going to cheat. It's not Robert Morris, is it?
No.
Oh, Bryant is
Bryant.
Bryant.
Yep.
We didn't really
And-
talk about these off-brand schools that I've never
No.
heard of before. But that's a fascinating conversation. Of course, Reagan would be able to tell us all the answers.
Yeah. I would be willing to guess this would be one. I don't think Reagan would know much about this Bryant.
I don't know. I'm telling you, Reagan knows them all. Reagan.
Yeah, this is
He's going to cheat though. I mean, he can cheat now. So
this is the first time I think they've ever
been
in
in?
the tournament. Yeah. And I couldn't tell. I bet it's a small school. But yeah, so Rhode Island's got a team in. So
Bryant. Now you got me curious.
there is 10 mascots that are canine dog mascots.
Oh, guess what? Bryant is yet another bulldog.
Yeah, there you go. That leads.
We need to see how many bulldogs. Did you already ask this? You were going to ask
Well,
this question. You've already got the answer.
I got it. So that was
Because we just talked about bulldog versus bulldog.
That's a
happening
good
tonight.
lead into this.
Tennessee's playing a terrier though. It's not a bulldog, but it is a dog.
So, oh look at there. He knows what conference they're in. Reagan's here. Look, he threw it up there.
Yeah, he knows.
So-
I told you Reagan knows everything. See,
So
he's a
look-
Bryant Bulldogs. He already knew. He probably knew without looking. Like Reagan, he knows all the mascots.
Perfect lead into this next fact I got here. So there's 10 schools that have canine mascots, or how
10
many
dogs
How many of the 10
are bulldogs.
are bulldogs? Yep.
Well, we know 3, right? Because there was bulldog versus bulldog tonight, right? And we just said that Bryant's bulldog, right? So
Yeah.
that's a 4th bulldog.
Yep.
B12 Sully's joining us.
There he is. What's up, Bobby?
What's up, Grandpa?
That's right, Paul.
Paul, yep.
Paul.
So we got. So now I'm struggling, right? So I got 3 bulldogs
You
so
said
far.
4, I thought.
Did I say 4?
Yeah. Because we had the Battle of the Bulldogs, which is 2.
That's 2. But see, I said terriers. Terrier's not a bulldog.
You got it pulled up.
Oh, Drake is a bulldog.
Look beside it.
Bryant is a bulldog. Yale is a bulldog.
Yeah.
They're all right here on the screen. This is like bulldog night. Is
So
Bryant playing tonight too?
6 of the 10 they play tomorrow. 6 of the 10 are
Are playing tonight?
I don't know, but 6 of the 10 dog mascots are bulldogs.
Wow.
Can you name the 4 other ones?
How unspecial does that make you feel if your mascot is a bulldog and like half the country's mascot is also a bulldog?
Yeah.
How painful is that? Like I like to
just
feel
not-
special.
Yeah, you want to.
I don't want to
unique.
feel like, oh, I'm just like everybody else.
Right.
Oh,
I'm
Reagan's
with
got
you.
he listed all of them.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Mississippi State
Oh,
too.
yeah, that's right. Forgot about Mississippi State. That's good. So what are the 4 non-bulldog dogs?
The 4 well, we know Terrier. Right? Because that's
Walford,
tonight.
Yeah, UT's playing.
Somebody said Husky. Away jersey says Husky.
Yeah,
Who's
UConn.
a Husky?
UConn.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, he's chiming in. Husky, UConn and Walford. We need 2 more.
There's 2 more.
2 more dogs in this hunt.
Dogs. That's the sound I need to add to our soundboard.
A dog?
A dog. Woof, woof.
Yeah.
I mean, we get Obie in here and he could light it up.
I know one. Let's see. It's out there close to.
You already know all the answers to
It's
these
a state
questions,
close
though.
to Arizona.
Arizona.
It's not in Arizona, but it's close to.
Tricky.
And then there's one more after that.
Oh, the Lobos.
Yep.
But is a Lobo a dog? I don't think a Lobo is a dog,
it's
but their
like a
mascot is a
wolf.
dog. Is it?
A Lobo is like a wolf or something, I thought.
Lobo.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Lobo, a Spanish word for wolf.
There you go. Told
There you
you.
go.
So we're missing one. We need one more dog.
More dog. What is Marquette? Oh,
I'm not sure.
I don't think they're a dog, though.
I can't remember. Marquette.
They're a golden eagle.
Reagan,
That was one of the top mascots, too, was Eagles.
Golden Eagle, yeah.
Yeah, Eagles. Yeah, New Mexico. How many Blue Devils, Jason Williams? Jason says, how many Blue Devils? Yeah, I think
There's one more dog.
There's one big Blue Devil. We know, Jason. We know. Them and the Irish, the Fighting Irish.
I can't think of the other dog.
Did you not write it down on your cheat sheet?
No. I thought I knew them all, but out of the top of my head. What is Lipscomb, by the way?
BYU. Lipscomb is the bison, I thought. I thought Lipscomb was bisons.
Yes, it is the Bisons. That's right. Also,
yeah, Lipscomb bisons. Yep. I didn't even have to Google that one.
No, huh?
That's impressive.
Yeah,
I actually got something impressive.
that is pretty cool.
And then Michigan State. They're not Bulldogs. North Carolina is a Tar Heel. Ole Miss is a land shark. Or are they a squirrel, or are they? We don't know what Ole Miss is.
Rebels. I think they still go by Rebels.
Do they?
Yeah.
They're just not Old Reb anymore, huh?
I don't know the last non-dog.
UC San Diego is what?
They're Tritons.
Tritons.
So that's kind of a unique. I wrote.
Michigan is a Wolverine. What is Creighton? Creighton is a Blue Jay. Isn't it?
Yeah.
It was Bird versus Bird. Creighton versus
was.
Louisville was Bird versus Bird.
Blue Jays are better than Cardinals, I guess.
Apparently.
Or stronger, or better at basketball.
Is Alabama State is a B? Is that what they are? Or Yellow Jacket?
Hornet, probably.
Hornet.
Yeah, or Yellow Jacket. So yeah, the UC San Diego, they're Tritons. King Triton is their mascot.
Really?
Kinda
That'd be a
unique.
pretty cool mascot to have.
And then Akron Zips, that's kind of unique. Zippy is the mascot. It's a kangaroo.
The Zips versus who was the other one that had the Zip Zag? The Zags.
Gonzaga, yeah.
The
That'd be
Zips
fun
versus
if
the Zags?
Yeah, that would be a fun.
That'd be
I
a
wish
cool
they could
little.
play,
That'd be
yeah.
a cool game. I
So-
missed the NCAA game where you could play as the mascots. Remember that?
Yes.
You could actually, your whole team would be nothing but the mascots.
Yeah. That was a college football game, right?
Yeah.
You could play as a mascot. So here's a fun fact about the Zip mascot and the person that actually is the mascot, and you're gonna like this because you're an NIL person. Yeah, right? Here we go. You're gonna love this fact. I'll need a raise after looking this up. So the Zip, it's a female. She's one of 8 females that are mascots in college. And she signed an NIL deal. They signed her to an NIL deal because I guess she's a good mascot.
Wow.
I think she's the only.
You're a mascot and you get signed to NIL. That's pretty special.
And the company that like signed her and gave her a deal, it's like they raise awareness for mental health and all that. Like, I guess in Akron, Ohio, there somewhere. But yeah, she has an NIL. They gave her an NIL deal.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I didn't realize like only 8 female mascots. That's pretty crazy.
Okay, so I was thinking it's Rodney the Ram as Virginia Commonwealth. So I'm still stuck on trying to find that other dog.
I know, and nobody's come up with it yet.
Yeah. What is Montana?
Grizzly.
And Wisconsin is
The Badger.
Badger, right? BYU
Cougar.
Cougar, that's what they are. And Vanderbilt is the Commodores.
Yep.
St. Mary's. What is St. Mary's?
Okay, that's a unit. They're the Gales.
The Gales.
And you'll like them. They're so
like a gale wind?
No. So the Gale is a Celtic, and they're Gaelic from Ireland.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Oh man, their little symbol is cool looking.
I told you you'd like them.
Man, this is almost as cool as the Fighting Scots.
Yeah.
The Gales.
There you go. Yeah.
And that is an incredible looking.
Yeah.
Is this their first time in the NCAA tournament too?
No. They've
been in before.
They're in the same conference as Gonzaga, and they're pretty good. They're a good little mid-major team.
When they're playing Vandy tomorrow at 2, huh?
Yep.
Oh, and they're higher ranked, so
yeah,
Vandy
they're
may
a 7
lose.
seed.
The Commodore may lose to the Gale, huh?
No, he's gonna. No.
He's gonna beat the Gale.
Yeah. And Texas A&M's Aggies. That I don't think it counts as a dog.
Well, but they do have the dog.
Yeah.
It's the collie. The border collie is their actual mascot.
Yeah, but I'm talking in the name. In your name. Yale. No, that's Yale. I don't know.
That's the Bulldogs. We've already talked about them. I think your last one is going to be the Aggies.
No.
What is Robert Morris?
Yeah, a cigarette.
Robert Morris is one man.
Yeah. Isn't that a cigarette company too?
The Colonials. That's what it is. They're the Colonials.
Oh, okay.
I remember us talking about that.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Maybe Reagan's right. That was the one that's already played. St. Francis. Reagan knows all these. I don't know.
Yeah, but there's one more. Xavier's Musketeers.
They're the Red Flash. That'd be a pretty cool mascot.
The Red Flash.
Have. The Red Flash.
So St. John, that's close to St. John now. St. John used to be the Red Men, but now they're the Red Storm.
The Red, oh yeah, because
they changed
politically correct again.
Yeah, they changed it to the Red Storm.
Well, St. Francis is in Pennsylvania. Loretto, Pennsylvania.
There's got to be one more dog.
I want to see what a Red Flash looks like. I'm gonna have to probably search it specifically because they don't have an image of a Red Flash. It's like the.
But if you get electrocuted, you might see you'd know what a red flash looks like. Yeah.
Red Flash.
I don't think you want to see a red flash. I might not.
Oh, they've got it like a lightning bolt.
Yeah.
Flash. Oh my gosh.
Dude, is that their mascot?
Dude, it's a monk.
He is.
Their mascot, Red Flash, is a monk.
Can we
You've
put that
got
out?
to be kidding me.
Best.
This is the best mascot I think I've ever seen.
Well, now I hope St. Francis wins the whole dang tournament.
They did win, didn't they?
They got beat by Alabama State. There goes that hope.
Oh. All of our ones that we're rooting for with the heart. I think this image is the best one.
That is the best.
Let's see if I can bring it up. Hang on.
That is awesome.
If you haven't seen the Red Flash, you've got to see the Red Flash. Let's see here.
That's one.
There's the Red Flash. It did come up. There we go.
There it is. That's one of the best unknown.
The Red Flash.
Huskies, Terriers, and Lobos.
7 Bulldogs. Somebody sing 7 Bulldogs.
Well, Reagan, you'll have to contact my research team and
who are the 7 Bulldogs? Because I thought we had. I don't know.
Maybe Google done me wrong, Reagan. I guess my research team. I'll have to fire some of them.
Fire the research team.
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's chiming in. My daughter's watching the show. Speaking of dogs, have you guys heard of the Puppy Bowl?
Yep.
Like the Super Bowl with puppies.
Yeah, it's on the same day as the Super Bowl.
It's awesome. Thanks for watching, sweetie.
Yeah, non-football people like to watch the Puppy Bowl.
And they like to watch our show. Yay!
And I think the Puppy Bowl that day gets good ratings.
We have to watch the Puppy Bowl live.
Yeah, they watch it because it comes on before the Super Bowl that day.
Watch the Puppy Bowl live. That's what we'll do.
I still think there's...
See, look at that. The audience wants us to watch the Puppy Bowl live.
Thank you, audience. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're puppy fans out there.
They're puppy fans. Man, I just can't get past the Red Flash, man. That's bad Mama Gemma.
Yeah.
Do they offer a PhD? That way I can go get my degree from St. Francis and say that I'm the Red Flash.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Does St. Francis offer a PhD? I bet they don't.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm not
It's
sure.
not as cool as going to Harvard, like Jason or whatever, but
It's got to be a small school.
it's got to be pretty good.
Well, it's a Catholic school, right? I would assume.
Have a PhD.
Yeah, I would say it's a Catholic school.
They do doctoral degrees. I wonder what they're in. What is the hardest PhD to get? Let's see what they offer. See what I can go get a doctoral. Educational leadership. I can get a doctor in educational leadership.
Nursing practice.
I think it's too late for me to be a nurse right now.
Yeah.
So,
You're not cute enough to be a nurse.
you know what? I'm heartbroken, sweetie. I'm heartbroken. I don't know why you gotta
Yeah.
treat me like that. I thought you loved me.
Man, Reagan thinks the worst mascot is the Jayhawks. Jayhawk?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Man, that's brutal. Better than the Mike and Jrod Show. Are we referring to the puppies? No one's gonna beat puppies.
Yeah, you can't.
You can't compete with a puppy.
No,
like,
you can't.
It's almost as like trying to compete with those little chicks that we got.
Yeah, them little chickens down there. People
Yeah.
would watch that probably more than they'd watch that show. Yeah. Those little chickens you got are cute.
Our audience is rooting for the
big.
chickens.
Yeah.
So supposedly in 5 weeks, my chickens are going to be full-grown chickens, and they were like little bitty chicks, and apparently 5 days later they're like chicks with wings. So
Yeah.
like
It's
they were
gonna be
like
crazy
fluffy.
to see how big they get.
I wish we got pictures when they were fluffy, when they were like
Yeah.
little, and you could manage them before they apparently start eating everything and jumping and pooping everywhere.
If one of them gets like that picture you showed me, we may have to like
Oh, we're gonna have to do a chicken show.
make one have a cameo. We'll show it and
We'll
then
bring him onto the show.
because that's a cool looking chicken.
I don't even
One that
remember
have
what.
the fur
So my
all
wife
over.
had some kind of crazy name for him. Like they named him after the Billies. So the first three were named after AC/DC performers,
Yeah.
which was like Angus, Malcolm, and Bon, which are the three of the AC/DC guys. But the others are named after the random Billies: Billy Idol, Billy Eilish, Billy Joel, and some other Billies.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how many Billies there are.
There's a Billy Goat.
I gotta add that button too.
There's
I guess.
Billy Bob.
They
Billy
were
Joe.
Billy singers. It was like Billy performers. How many performers are named Billy?
Oh gosh.
Are named.
Billy Jean. Billy Jean King.
It brought up
tennis
Billy
player.
Bob too.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're going to
Billy
tell
Bob's is a.
Isn't that restaurant there on
bar.
109?
Oh no, that's a bar in Texas. They have concerts. Billy Bob's. It's a pretty cool place. There's one in dadgummit. Man, Fort Worth, I think. Oh, somebody knocked on the door.
We got a knock. Billy Joel, Billy Idol, Billy Ray Cyrus, Billy Corgan, Billy Bragg. Those are the Billies with a Y.
Yeah.
I think there's also some
I got
Billies
to meet,
with IEs. Oh, we got a visitor.
Oh.
You going to bring in the visitor? Bring in the visitor. You're going to let me hold it? No, I don't know about this.
Yeah, see if you can hold it.
It's going to poop on me.
So, Billy Corgan, I got to
this is Pat
meet
Hinatar.
Billy Corgan about 2 years ago and talk to him about wrestling.
So everybody gets to meet Pat Hinatar.
Pat Hinatar.
Pat Hinatar. See,
So-
Pat, can you hear Pat Hinatar? Talk, little Hinatar. You want to chat it up?
Oh,
Can you hear it? Chirp, chirp.
there it goes.
So we got our visitor on the
Okay.
show today, Pat Hinatar.
Yeah. And then we'll show her when she gets full grown.
She's like,
Yeah,
Hello.
she's scared to death.
hello. So she's still not got feathers yet.
Yeah.
She's the newest one. I was kind of worried about her because she was wanting to hide all the time. You want to pick it?
She's our hope to bring egg prices down, too. Come on, Pat Hinatar. Grow up and give us some eggs.
Thank you for the visitor.
Yeah.
She likes her mama better than me. Did she poop on me? I don't think so. I don't
That'd
think
been
so.
awesome. That would have been cool.
And we got a visitor, Pat Hinatar. Not Pat Benatar, Pat Hinatar.
Hinatar, yeah, that's clever.
You know, we don't have any eggs yet. Apparently, it takes 6 months to get eggs.
Yeah.
But we do have some spicy salt available.
Oh. Billy Club.
Billy
like that.
Club.
That's a good Billy.
Yeah, that's another Billy.
He'll hurt you too.
That's kind of the
You get
scary
hit by
Billy.
Billy Club.
Billy Club. Yeah, so there's and those are the BYs. I think there's a bunch of BILLIEs, which I think is the Billy female category.
Did you hear me when I said I got to meet and talk to Billy Corgan?
No.
So, it was like 2 or 3 years ago. He owns NWA Wrestling now. And he's into wrestling, and they did a live taping in Nashville of about 3 or 4 shows, and my buddy got us tickets, and we took Moxie, and he took his daughter. And beforehand, they did a Q&A. Yes, he wrestling promoter.
It always goes back to wrestling. It's all about wrestling.
He's big into wrestling. He's a cool dude. I asked him, I was like, because he came to Nashville.
And he performed with the Smashing Pumpkins, right?
Yeah, he's the lead singer.
Whatever happened to the Smashing Pumpkins? Do they still perform?
I think they're going on tour again. I think. They're going to go, they can do what they want.
Man, he looks like serious business in that picture.
Yeah.
Like scary looking business.
Like I would never thought he was like a big into wrestling, and his time was, he loved wrestling about the time, 80s.
The National Wrestling Alliance. Is that's not that third tier you were talking about, is it?
No, it's the old NWA that was big back when we were kids.
Gotcha, back in the day.
Yeah, and he's trying to revive it.
Because you had the WWE, the WWF.
Well,
there was another one that you mentioned too.
WWF and WWE's the same.
Oh, they are the same.
Yeah, so they got sued and had to change it to WWE because they said they stole their logo.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So that changed from WWF to WWE, but it's the same company. But you had, at the time, it was NWA.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it. So he got it, but he let, so that taping, he had a ref that was local, and he refed the referee that was in some of the matches. I knew him because he was reffing out at Gladeville when we were going to watch. And he saw me. He was like, "Oh man, thanks for coming."
He remembered you.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this the same? That's not the same group that he's doing. That your buddy's doing the uniforms or outfits for, is it?
Yeah, they would know. They know each other, and I can't think of this ref's name, but he they would know him. They know each other. Ooh, I like that too. So David says Drake is up 7 over Missouri. And I like that because I've picked Drake. I think I picked him to go to the Sweet 16. Also, if they don't even have to win, as long as they lose by less than 6.5 points, I'll win my 3-game parlay and win about $40 or $20, something like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, every time we talk about Missouri, I can't not think about Drinky. So.
Yeah. You got a secret man crush on Drakowitz, the football coach.
Makes me not happy with Missouri. But see, that's the part that I don't really come to grips with, right? So you say he's got a man crush, but then I say, I don't like Drinky.
No,
I don't
you
like
don't
Missouri.
like him.
So I don't understand how that's a connection, but maybe it's a man hush.
I said you have a secret
What's the
because
opposite?
you hate him so bad.
Oh, so it's like in deep down inside.
Yeah.
It's like a subconscious crush.
Because he won't give you the time of day, and so that's why you hate him so much.
It's like one of those girlfriends that you can never get.
Yeah, you wish he'd like you.
Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't like him. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, that's why I say that.
I don't know. I don't think he's that good looking of a guy either. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
But
I don't look at him that close.
And Tennessee's up by 10.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
I think we're a little behind.
Are we behind? Is it not live?
The only reason I
you're
say
right.
that
We're not behind. We're not
is
live.
because David said Drake's up 7 at half, and that there we go. Because it showed Drake down at that.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. Oh, they're killing Walker.
I think it picked up where we left off.
Yeah.
Where I left off whenever we started the show. So. We
So,
kind of have to do prep before the show, and so we had time that I didn't get to watch the game. So.
Yeah, we got to make this professional. We're professionals. Oh. Wrong.
So apparently my wife is pitching eggs. So
Yeah, you're making
Jason.
deals on the
Wheeling
chat
and
there.
dealing. Eggs are like we were talking about the egg price thing, and it's like outrageous, like triple.
Yeah, but I think
What
in
they
the
used
last
to be.
week or so they
Have they come down?
starting to. Now I haven't kept up with the price. I don't know for sure, but they're talking like they've started to, or at least leveled off.
Thanks for
But-
the update there, David. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we've caught up now.
Whipping us into shape.
So speaking brackets, here's a fun fact. The odds of predicting all six, and this is according to the NCAA, all 63 games, essentially having a perfect bracket, is 1 in 9.2 quintillion.
Quintillion.
Yeah, which is like 6 commas.
Which is pretty much impossible.
Yeah, look at that number.
So to get all of them is
I wrote
pretty
the
much
full
impossible.
number and then I just
You had to-
9.2 quintillion. So yeah, I don't
So
think anyone
I
ever.
think compared to the lottery, that's like harder than the lottery.
Oh, by millions,
Odds, isn't it? Odds of winning, like what's the big one?
Mega Millions or something,
Winning
or Powerball, Mega Millions, Powerball, either one.
Mega Millions.
Yeah, you got a better chance of winning the lottery than picking
Wow.
302 million.
Not just the lottery. We're talking the jackpot on
Yeah.
Mega Millions, which is like the big one. 1 in 302 million, and you just said 1 in what? 9.2 quintillion?
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. Yes, I have that down too, Reagan.
Yeah, the number 12 upsetting the 5.
seed
Didn't that
is-
just happen? Who was it?
Yeah, so it was 33 out of 39, and then McNeese State made it 34
That's
out
who
of
it
40.
was,
They
McNeese
beat
State.
Clemson today.
Yep.
So that's already happened.
Yeah, I thought, and they said something like, "Oh, well, the new the coach from McNeese is looking to go someplace else."
Well, he where was he at? He got some sanctions on him. He was at a bigger school. I want to say it was an SEC school. Oh, it was LSU, I believe.
McNeese Coach Wade
Yeah,
is leaving NC State job.
yeah. But he was at a SEC school. He got, I thought.
Well, and they were showing
Yeah,
video
they're looking
of
to
when
go
they
to
went
NC
into the
State.
locker room. They were like, "Oh yeah, very excited." Oh, Mama's watching too. Man, I
Yeah.
got my whole family watching
Yeah.
tonight.
That's
We
sweet.
must be doing something special. And then your whole family's watching too. Your mom and daddy.
Mom and Dad, and I don't know what Mandy and Moxie.
No,
are doing.
they got more important things to do tonight, I guess. Huh?
Yeah. So with the brackets, also, the closest anybody has ever gotten to a perfect, they got,
David says Wade Williams was at LSU.
Wade Williams. Will Wade was somewhere because he got sanctions on him,
Let's see.
and I can't remember where he was at.
We'll find out here in just a
Yeah.
second. Frank Williams.
Yeah.
That's his name.
See, he
Frank
coached
Williams.
at LSU.
Oh. Yep.
He came from Chattanooga.
VCU and LSU.
Yeah.
And I guess LSU was where the sanctions were, huh?
Yes, I thought it was. So yeah, where did I write that down? The closest anybody ever got to a perfect bracket, where was it? Was 49 out of 63, right? I think is what it said. I can't find it for sure.
Yeah, so Will is short for William. That would make sense. Right?
Yeah, yeah. The gong.
My wisdom.
Yeah.
You like
yeah.
the new button there?
I do. I like that one a lot.
Almost
Hit
as
it
good as
again.
this one. I ain't falling for no banana in my
I think
tailpipe.
the gong is better. Yeah, I like that one.
It's almost as good as your flame fingers. Almost. Almost.
Yeah.
Almost as good.
So so a guy, the closest somebody ever got to a perfect bracket was he got 49 games out of 63 right in 2019.
49 out of 63.
Yeah. Because, I mean,
How do you verify that?
That's
How do you verify that he didn't cheat?
Well, my guess is these are, because it's according to like NCAA and ESPN, like probably people that fill one out online. Because I could tell
gotcha.
you.
Yeah, because they fill out online ahead of time, and then that for
right.
Yeah.
So they're not going to believe like.
Like if you and I said, I did it.
2008, I got 60 out of 63. Right?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Well, how am I? Yeah. Right. So
what's the verification on that one?
Yeah. So that I would assume that's how they verify it. It says the average person fills out 2 brackets each year. I filled out 3 this year.
Did we talk about the height of Zakai Ziegler? So Tennessee just won it.
Yeah. No.
Because we were like, oh, he was like super small. I'm sorry, I got distracted by watching.
You totally blew by my fun fact.
I know it. I'm terrible.
Ziegler, he's like 6'1", 5'9". I don't know.
Because we talked about that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We did.
Sorry. I got distracted by watching him clap. This is what I was talking about. We can't watch the game and do the show. I have a hard time concentrating on more than one thing. Squirrel. Squirrel.
Yeah. I think, we talked about Sunday how tall he was.
Yeah. Dog with the squirrel. Right?
The average person fills out 2 brackets.
2?
Yeah.
So we're like below average right now because we haven't filled out one.
Oh,
Have you filled out one?
Speak for yourself. I filled out 3.
Oh, well, you made up for me then.
Yeah. I'll let you.
So now all I have to do is fill out 1, and then we've averaged out to 2.
Yeah. But I don't think that's how the average works.
Well, 2 people, actually it is, right? So 3 plus 1.
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah.
Divide by 2.
4. I mean, 2 each.
I like turtles. I like
Not
turtles.
on that one. I don't like education.
I like turtles.
Yeah, you like turtles instead of education.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, you look at like, I mean, 1 plus 3 is 4. You divide by 2, that's 2. I am an accountant, although you challenged my mathematical skills the other day. I'm not sure.
But you even taught math. That's why I'm like, man, I can't believe they got you keeping up with numbers.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm pretty good with numbers as long as I got a spreadsheet in front of me. So.
Yeah.
Do non-Kansas fans like Kansas? What is the obsession with Kansas playing right now? Is that why everybody's...
Yeah, Arkansas is beating them. I think I saw one of the scores that popped up. So Tennessee won. That's good. That's an SEC.
Oh, here's that game live.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a live
But the
bracket that I've
score
got up. So this is actually updating the scores in real time.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
So
I like that. And then they're showing
it across the top.
So
up
that's
here.
nice.
So what was the drama around trying to find the games? I guess there's so many different channels that games are being broadcast
like the Turner
on.
Network, like TBS, TNT, True TV, and CBS.
Gotcha. That's who's got the contract, I guess.
Yeah, and that's been that way for a few years now. Arkansas's up by 1. Okay.
Yeah, because somebody was saying something about...
The score got a little closer, I think.
I have to actually watch True TV for the first time.
But
Because nobody watches True TV.
You know what I would say to them?
What is on True TV?
You're late to the game because they've been True TV. It's been part of that deal.
No,
for a while.
they were saying this is the only time of the year when I watch True TV.
Yeah, and it is. I wouldn't watch it otherwise.
Because I'm trying to think. Oh, this is part of that Discovery, Warner Brothers Discovery stuff. Oh, but it is out of Atlanta, so it's affiliated with the Turner Broadcasting. Did Turner Broadcasting, I guess, got bought by Warner Brothers Discovery?
Probably, yeah.
But I thought Ted Turner also owned CNN. I guess they separated that out from that whole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so I guess if you're a court fan, a court TV fan, then you watch True TV.
Yes, yeah. I was
or
going
if
to say
you're
they
a
have
true crime guy or legal dramas,
Yeah,
that's True TV. Interesting.
they have some stuff on there. I think.
Oh, upcoming rights to NASCAR.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I mean, and NASCAR is struggling right now, so
Yeah.
I don't know how much those rights are worth anymore, but it was available to 91 million households. Available versus how many people watched.
Yeah, I guess that's a difference, right?
Yeah. Courtroom television is the big...
Because we could say we're available to millions. But
we party with thousands at Club La Vila. Wait a second, Club La Vila's closed. Yeah.
that's a good question. Is Ted Turner still
You know what,
alive?
away jersey? That is a good question.
I'm going to go with yes.
Yeah. I'm going to probably go with yes. He's 86 years old.
Yeah.
I pictured Ted Turner. Whoa. Wow. He looks rough.
Oh, yeah. Well, 86.
86 years old. I guess everybody would look rough.
Yeah.
He was born in Cincinnati. Same
Oh,
town as me.
Y'all are related. Maybe. Could be. He could be your grandpa.
Ted Turner.
Yeah.
Married to Jane Fonda. If there's anybody you want to be legendarily married to, Jane Fonda's got to be on that list.
I know someone that would disagree with you. I mean, might even fight you
Really?
for bringing that up.
About Jane Fonda?
Yeah. And he's probably throwing stuff right now at the tablet.
Really?
Yeah. He's probably cussing.
Because he's mad that he married Jane Fonda?
No, that Jane Fonda's even around.
Oh.
You'll get it.
Really?
So Dad was in Vietnam.
Oh.
Hanoi Jane. Dude, I bet he cussed when he heard you say her name.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, it's so funny. Anytime he cannot stand her, which I get it. I understand.
I was just talking about I pictured the Jane Fonda workout person.
It don't matter, yeah.
I didn't know anything about her political leanings or whatever
goodness,
her
yeah, back then.
beliefs have been. I just pictured
He probably started cussing
the
when
warmers.
we mentioned Ted Turner.
the warmers.
It's so funny. My dad would get mad at things like that.
See, it's the 80s stuff that I'll
Yeah.
picture when I picture Jane Fonda.
Yeah.
Because the Jane Fonda workout videos, right? Like that was the thing for the longest time.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Jane Fonda, and who was the one that was Wonder Woman in the old school stuff?
oh, what was her name?
Oh man, I'm forgetting now. Of course, the new Wonder Woman is. I mean, she's something. She's famous, right? If I was trying to think of okay, if I wanted to be recognized for being married to famous people.
Yeah, what was? Oh yeah, Linda Carter.
Linda
Did she have
Carter.
stuff?
Linda Carter. She did a voice on a video game,
Oh, okay.
Fallout. If anybody's played Fallout 4, she is the voice of the singer in the little cafe in one of the.
I remember. I haven't played the game, but I know what you're talking about.
And then Gal Gadot is the new Wonder Woman.
John says he feels the same way. Away Jersey feels the same way about Oprah.
You mean Richard Simmons?
Well, then now we're throwing out workout video people.
Oh, I thought a wager he's saying if there's anybody I wanted to be married to that's famous as Richard Simmons.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh boy. I don't even know where how did we even go down this path? Talking about Ted Turner.
Yeah. See, he brings up some ill.
Jane Shirley Smith and Julia Gale Nye. I don't recognize either one of those names. Interesting. Man, he's got a lot of kids.
Yeah. He'd been married to 3 women.
Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean you got a lot of kids, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Maybe now to think about it, I guess I would like.
You could, yeah.
And he founded WCW, huh?
Did he really?
Wow.
I did not know that. That's cool.
WCW. World Championship Wrestling.
So,
Founded by Ted Turner in 1988.
yeah, they gave WWF a run for their money for a while.
Huh. Through a subsidiary named Universal Wrestling Corporation. Everything goes back to wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what we just talked about.
Wrestling
Everything is back to
huge,
wrestling.
man. Wrestling has played a huge role in American
Let me tell you something.
entertainment.
When I used to go up to Cincinnati for family, the big argument was, is WWE and WWF real? Like,
Right.
they would argue it like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, it's
yeah.
like serious business. Serious business.
Yeah, Jason,
Yeah,
so
my wife remembered Linda Carter. I better be careful. She's like,
So Jason says ESPN has 523,000 perfect brackets remaining out of 24 million. So that's how quick it's already grown.
wow, it's already falling apart.
That's when they say we're like.
And we're not even through like all of the first round.
Not even the first night. You still got like 5 more games.
Out of 24
I bet that number would be, by the end of the night, that number would probably be like 250,000.
The richest man in the country minute. Was he the richest man at one point in time?
I bet he was at one time. But man, people have blown by that now.
Oh yeah, he's not anywhere close anymore.
I wouldn't turn down Ted Turner money. I'd take whatever he's worth. Yeah, for a minute. I think he might have been at one time.
He was never the richest man in the world.
Considered one of them, though. At peak wealth. Oh.
Was once considered.
At his peak, $10 billion.
In the late 90s, which is a significant number. Interesting.
I would love to be worth $10 billion. Heck, I'd be happy to be worth $1 million.
So he was worth $10 billion in the late 90s, and now he's only worth 2.8.
Oh,
poor Ted.
Yeah.
Poor Teddy.
He's on
Hey,
food
Teddy.
stamps.
He's on food stamps now.
2.8 billion.
The Mouth of the South is apparently his nickname. I didn't even know he had a nickname.
What?
I don't know, what is this? Somebody wrote this in
so
Wikipedia.
that might be, but
make up this stuff. Captain Outrageous.
So yeah, but when you say Mouth of the South to me, I think of Jimmy Hart, Mouth of the South, which is a wrestling manager.
It all goes back to wrestling.
Yep, going back to wrestling. He's one of the best managers of our time.
Mouth of the South,
Yes.
WWF, Jimmy Hart.
Hart is the Mouth of the South, not Jimmy whoever.
Oh, and there he's talking
Ted Turner.
trash with Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, Jimmy Hart. Yeah, you say Mouth of the South, I bet more people would say Jimmy Hart than Ted Turner.
He got his mullet going.
Yeah, I might do that as a poll question.
How many people? Who do you
When
think
you
is
hear-
more the Mouth of the South?
Yeah, Jimmy Hart or
Oh, wait,
Ted
Josie
Turner.
says for a minute. For a
Yeah.
minute.
Yeah, yeah.
He was for a minute.
Yeah, so
Oh boy.
that's fun stuff. Oh, 1 in 10 adults in America fills out a bracket.
1 in 10.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked about grandmas and kids and everybody fills out a
yeah.
bracket.
Yeah, Moxie filled one out this year for the first time. That's exciting. She'll get into brackets.
Get into the brackets.
Probably turn her into a gambler now.
Gambler.
Do we have an update on Drake in Missouri? Is it still halftime?
Drake.
Because David had kept us updated, but I think we've lost him.
Yeah, I don't remember what Drake's latest song is, so
Oh! that made me laugh. So, there's a picture that says, I guess Drake won the battle, and it has a player from Drake that made the tournament, and there's also a University Lamar and they didn't make the tournament. There's a picture that I thought, man, that was a good
Reagan
meme.
says Drake is up 5.
All right.
Thanks for the update.
As
Reagan.
long as, all right, keep me updated. As long as they don't lose by more than 6.5, I'll win my parlay.
Well, you got to win that parlay.
That's right.
Big bucks. No whammies. Big bucks. Big bucks. No whammies. Drake is Canadian.
Yes.
I did not know
A.
that. A?
Yeah.
I wonder what his opinion is on the Canadian debacle.
And he,
Who knows? He
I
doesn't even
wouldn't-
pay attention,
yeah.
probably. He's too busy.
making-
He's too
if I'm
busy
making
dealing
Drake
with
money,
Lamar.
Yeah.
Dealing with Lamar. Kendrick Lamar.
Yep.
And then the big drama about Kendrick Lamar actually performing the song at the thing. I mean, it was like a, ooh.
Yeah. See, you're more up to the pop culture. I didn't.
Because
I don't know
supposedly
nothing
that song
about
is
the
about
beef.
Drake.
Right,
The beef is,
yeah,
is
yeah.
the song is about Drake. I don't know all the details, but
You know. Oh, Yale's within 6 of Texas A&M. How come we don't have a game? We got commercials and talking about UT and Wofford.
okay, we're on TNT. That's why.
Yeah, you need to get on True or somebody else.
Okay.
TBS.
I'm working on it. Jeez, give me a
Man.
break.
You got one job. No, you got a lot of jobs. I must say, I'll give you a hard time, but man, this week you've worked hard on updating, making things a lot better.
I tell you, I like our new chat so that you can have live chat. And a lot of people don't realize this. We're live on Instagram right now, too.
Yeah.
So we're trying out our new Instagram live feed. I don't know if anybody's actually watching us because it's on our branded site, but we're testing it out. Which one do you want to watch? I got Aggies, Yale, and then I got Razorbacks, Kansas, Drake. You wanted to watch Drake?
Yeah. Let's put that one up.
Join live. Make sure the sound's turned off so we don't have
that's right.
any copyright issues.
For sure. Let's see. What's some more fun facts I got here?
You brought in some good fun facts today.
Yeah, I wrote a bunch down.
And you didn't even talk about our new bracket that we've got behind us here.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if
I don't know if any of the cameras will actually bring it up.
That one should.
Yeah, give me a second. I gotta play with this. Hang on.
3?
Let's see. Switch to that.
I think that's
there. It is. We've got some of it.
It's right a little bit. So we've got, and it's just we're just keeping up with SEC teams.
We're only watching SEC, so we're not doing very well right now.
And we'll advance them as they go, and then.
So I guess Tennessee advanced.
Yeah. Well,
Arkansas is playing live right now.
Yeah. So we'll move UT up. Auburn, I've already moved up. Missouri. Oh man, it's a 9-point game now.
And A&M's playing right now too.
Yeah.
So. Oh, those games may be over.
No, Yale's within 6 of Texas. So we'll have to keep an eye out on Yale, Texas A&M, and Drake, Missouri for sure. And then Arkansas and Kansas.
A&M is 58-52 A&M.
Go ahead and flip. Look, that game's getting close and almost
Kansas
over.
is 67-66.
Can we put that one up?
Yeah, I may be able to put up multiples. Hang on.
Let's just put one in. It's okay.
Whoa,
oh, gosh.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
we worry about copyright issues. You know, YouTube kind of went after us for some copyright stuff. So,
well,
but we're big time, so we gotta watch it. We gotta make sure we can still broadcast our small audience that we love so much. I may be able to bring up another one here. Let me see. The other thing I worry about is I worry if we do.
Don't slow down.
Yeah, just feed broadcast.
Yeah, just
feed.
do.
Because
then you can switch as the games get closer to the end. We'll go from one to the other. Because Arkansas's just got 2 minutes left in this game.
And then this one's what Drake here.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Don't mess with our feed.
There.
Oh my gosh! Blah 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 blah. Bloop, bloop. That's our new way of blocking copyright. We got a copyright blocker.
Yep. You are the copyright blocker.
Could be worse, I guess.
Oh, see,
that
now
was a little close. That was hilarious.
No.
Oh, I gotta blur out the word.
She just spit them off.
That was good. I didn't even realize I said it till you recognized.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see. At least one seed has made the Final Four in 11 of the last 12 tournaments.
Wow. Reagan calls Arkansas the pigs.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they are, right? They're the hogs. So
well,
didn't we talk about?
We called the hogs one time.
Yep.
He goes, ooh, pig, suey, or something like that. And you got to do this. Ooh.
Yeah.
You wave something. I'm not an Arkansas fan, but
it's not as good as what was that other one? Oh, the we had to talk when we talked about the rooster, or not the rooster, the cock.
That's Gamecocks, yeah, South Carolina.
That was a special episode. I thought.
Yeah.
I like that episode.
Did we do all that in the same one? That
maybe
South
we did.
Carolina and calling the hogs. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it was football season. So
it was football season. Good time. Good times. Good times.
We're building a lot of.
We got a lot of good stuff in this. Yeah. Oh, and if you haven't watched, be sure to watch our shorts. Those are what the clips that you see at the beginning and the end. If you're new to the show, we do have some really great shorts. They're very funny. Michael tries to pick out the funniest spots of each one of our episodes.
Yeah, highlight some good clips.
And pick out some good funny clips. You know, and we recognize. I mean, when you talk about like an hour and a half show or 2 hour show, you know, it's hard for somebody to sit down and watch. I mean, I have a hard enough time sitting here chatting with Michael for 10 minutes, much less an hour and a half. So,
boo! The audience, they love me. Boom.
I meant me coming up with interesting things to
No,
talk
that
about.
actually was a good joke. Way to burn me, because I feel like I pick on you, and so no, I'll take a punch back. I like that.
Boom shakalaka.
There you go, Jared. Yeah, throw some punches back at me. I'm a man. I should be able to take it.
You're a big boy. You can
Yeah,
handle it.
right?
Yeah,
I like that. Good job. You know what, crowd? Yeah, cheer him on. That was good.
I think this is the real answer.
You love that one.
I do like that one. I do like that one. That's a hilarious movie. If you haven't watched the movie, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, I think that's Chris Rock.
Yeah, that sounds like him.
I think that's Chris Rock that's in it. It's Madagascar, but it's one of the. So Madagascar has multiple movies. I feel like that one is the funniest one.
Yeah.
There is some other ones. So like there's the original Madagascar, but I want to say that's the one where it's like Europe's Most Wanted, which usually a movie that's the number 3, Tom, the third movie, not usually that, yeah. So Marty is Chris Rock. Yep.
Yeah, he's the zebra.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And then, King Julian has his own episode now, his own TV show. So like there's a,
Oh, really?
yeah. So the king that's in it,
Yeah.
King Julian, he has his own TV show.
Okay.
So there's a bunch of spinoffs, but the third movie is the funniest, I think, personally.
I've seen one, I know. I don't know if I've seen them all.
Oh, we need to have a movie
Yeah.
marathon.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. And the third one is where they,
I thought it was good, but
the monkeys buy a circus.
yeah.
And that's why he says circus
that
afro,
makes sense.
circus
that
afro.
makes sense, yeah.
But he's very funny.
California.
Chris Rock's funny and everything. But just some big names in that movie series, right? You got Chris
Oh,
Rock,
yeah,
Sacha
yeah,
Baron
yeah.
Cohen, Ben Stiller, and David Schwimmer. Talk
That's
about
huge.
comedy. That's like some big comedy
Yeah.
names there.
Big name
very
cartoons.
funny guys. And I'm not just talking about like in the cartoon world. I'm talking about like in the real
overall.
yeah.
Yeah. Now Chris Rock's one of the funnier stand-up comedians.
Wasn't he like performing with Nate before the SNL 50? Didn't they perform at a comedy
Well,
club
Nate
together?
has opened up for him before.
Oh, he has?
He went on and opened up, a few times for him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, pretty cool. So I guess you could say it's
Does Ben Stiller do stand-up comedy?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm not sure though. I could be wrong.
So you got any other fun facts for us?
Oh man, yeah, I was looking through here. And I'm interested. I don't know, has any 15 seeds and 2 seeds played yet? Because this is kind of crazy. A 15 seed has won a first round game in 3 of the last 4 tournaments. Princeton in 2023, Oral Roberts in 2021, and then St. Peter's did it in 2022.
The only 15-2 that's played has been Tennessee Wofford.
Okay, so good. Tennessee survived that surprise.
Oh, so that's like the next level of surprise.
Yeah, because that right there, it said 3 of the last 4 years, a 15 seed has beat a 2 seed,
Really?
which is kind of surprising. And in 2022, St. Peter's, they went to the Elite 8 as a 15 seed.
So who could potentially beat a 15
That's
beat 2?
remaining.
So that's Omaha would face off against St. John. Bryant against
the
Michigan
Rhode Island
State.
school, right, Bryant? Yeah.
Yep. And then Robert Morris, the single man against Alabama.
Yeah. I don't see any happening this year.
I don't know. I mean, is St. John's that good? I mean, Omaha, I
Supposedly.
can't imagine Omaha is
Yeah.
that good. I mean,
What is their Omaha what? Steaks?
Omaha Steaks.
Yeah. It would be cool if it's just a...
Hey,
The
we're the Omaha Steaks.
Yeah. Or
What's your mascot? A steak?
Yeah.
Have you
big
seen,
slap.
what's that? There's a
Or
comedy.
The Omaha T-Bones?
Have you seen that comedy, Cupcake and Dino? You've never seen it. It's a cartoon.
No, I
So
haven't.
we need to watch an episode of that. But there's
yeah.
it's very, very funny. One of the characters, her name is Miss Steak.
Kind of like Misanthropic.
Mistake.
Yeah, mistake.
And she's a big steak that
Yeah.
walks around with legs.
I will tell me that name again. I'll have to watch that.
Mistake. Let's see here. Hang on. I'm going to find her. Hang on. Mistake.
Mavericks. Omaha Mavericks, says John. I mean, no, Reagan.
Omaha Mavericks. Ooh, that's a good mascot name. If I could choose my mascot name, that would be a great. Oh, that would be a great name. Mistake, Cupcake, and Dino.
That's you have some random shows you watch.
It's hilarious. There she is.
Look at her, yeah.
Oh,
is
yeah.
That a ribeye? I wonder. Is she a ribeye?
She's serious business. What she is.
Yeah.
We got to show our fans, man.
Yeah.
This is going to take me a minute because we got so many things up here.
Grandma Steak.
Mistake. Yeah, there's Mistake.
Cupcake. I've never watched that show.
She's Grandma Steak.
Like, is that a kid cartoon or is that like a?
This is it's kind of on the edge.
Because the Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, like an Adult Swim at night, they have it. Not that they're like.
Technically, it's called Cupcake and Dino General Services. It's where a cupcake and a dinosaur go out and perform random jobs and get paid. But and you sit there and say, "Oh, that doesn't make any sense."
Yeah.
But it's like there's the Grandpa grocery bag.
It looks to me like SpongeBob-esque.
I don't know if I could describe it, dude. I'm gonna tell you right now, this show, there is nothing I've ever seen anything like it.
I'll try to check it out.
And it's absolutely hilarious. We may actually, after the show tonight, I may say we're going to have to watch the best episode.
Quick clip, yeah.
There's an episode where Mistake is in the, she's in there's a tournament, a card tournament at the old folks' home.
Yeah.
And she gets Cupcake to play in the card tournament with her. And Cupcake is like this magical success at this card game.
Yeah.
And he wins with a triple sheep. That's the card he plays.
Oh, okay.
And it's a triple sheep. You just have to watch the episode. It's kind of hard to describe.
I don't know if you're going to win.
I'm not funny enough. I'm not funny enough to really.
So
maybe we're just weird funny. Maybe my family's just weird funny.
Maybe.
And that may be the case too. I don't know. Anyway, Mistake. It's the whole premise of it though is that Grandma Steak is named Mistake.
Mistake. Yeah, I like that.
Very, very funny.
I like that.
Very funny. Very play on words. And the writers for this show are just, I don't know, very good. I need to find, I wonder who wrote that show. I wonder what else they've written.
I don't know.
And I want to say it might have been on, all of our fans are leaving now because this is the most boring topic ever, I guess.
Yeah. I'm going to say I'm not really into it. You're about to, I may just get up and walk out.
Created by Pedro Ebola. Really? Is that the guy's real name?
I don't know.
Somebody's name is Pedro Ebola?
Yeah, that's a weird last name. Ebola. Isn't that the virus?
Oh, he's an animator. He's created other stuff too. Interesting.
Yeah. The Ebola virus, right? Yeah.
Born in Brazil and based in Los Angeles.
Yep.
Oh, he created Disney's Big City Greens.
Okay, I like that. I watched that one.
Cartoons Network's Oswald. Oh.
Yeah.
But Big City Greens is probably his most famous, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's
because that's a big name.
It's a kid cartoon, but I could sit and watch it.
Yeah, it's funny.
It's good. Got an upset alert here.
Oh yeah, there's
it's a mild upset alert.
Pulling their hair out. She's like, that chick's like freaking out, isn't she?
And they're leading. Now, that might have been Calipari's wife.
Is it really?
I don't know, but maybe.
Because Calipari is Arkansas's coach, right?
Oh, they just called. That's the second time out they've called trying to get the ball in bounds. Yeah,
she looks way too young to be Calipari's wife.
Hey, these coaches nowadays.
They're something, aren't they?
Yeah, they keep getting older and their wives stay the same age. What movie did that come from?
I don't know.
Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused.
Yep. Matthew McConaughey.
John Calipari, huh?
Yeah. You botched the spelling of that. Yeah, Calipari.
Yeah. Wife. There we go. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that
not
wasn't
his wife.
her. No.
Might be his kid.
Yeah, no, I could see that. Yeah.
I was like saying, man, I feel like she was way too young.
Yeah.
But I mean,
it might favor her a little bit.
you look at Kiffin. I mean, Kiffin's dating like some college student
Oh,
at one
yeah.
point in time, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, Kiffin is. You gotta watch that snake.
He's a troublemaker.
Ooh, Drake's up by 13.
You gonna win your
So-
So explain the 3 parlay thing, because I don't. And I'm sure all of our
Yeah.
audience is gonna be like, "Yeah, Jared, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Why are you really gonna explain the 3 parlay?"
Yeah, the audience.
I think we've
won't-
talked about this before.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you. So you can bet when you parlay, that is more than one bet. You can parlay 2 or 3, 4 or 5, however many bets on top of each other. But you got to hit all of them to win.
Oh, I do remember
But it
this
makes the
conversation
odds,
now. You get better results, and they try to buy you out. Was this the one where they try to buy you out of it as well?
So on DraftKings. So right now, I could. I'm looking. They probably want me to.
John
cash out.
Calipari has dual citizenship in the U.S. and Italy. Married to his wife since 1986. 2 daughters. I bet that's who that is.
I bet it is too. So right now,
Yep, that's who it is. Look, that's her. I bet that's her right there.
they want. Yeah, I bet that was. They want me to cash out for $22.30, which my payout is $23. So I could cash out right now, and no, I'm up for sure. But I'm on.
For the Arkansas, Kansas?
No, so I have
All
three.
for your 3-way parlay.
My 3-game parlay was the first game I had was
So your likelihood is very, very likely at this point.
yes at this point.
Because you're almost to the payout that you would have
Yeah.
gotten anyway.
So I picked Creighton to cover. They were underdog, 3.5 point underdogs. They were getting 3.5 points.
But
Well,
they did win it, didn't they?
Oh, they killed Louisville. Yeah. So I won that one. Then I had
Mandy, your wife has pitched in, so now she says the shirt works.
Yeah. Thank you, Mandy.
I am surprised that it hasn't kicked on the green screen, though. That's really weird.
Yeah. No,
I
it's
would've
good
thought that
though.
it would have, but that's a good thing.
So I have Creighton. I won that. They were 3.5. They were getting 3.5 points. Gonzaga, I picked them to win outright. And Gonzaga killed Georgia. And then I
Man,
had,
you're on a hot streak
yes.
right now.
And then I have Drake were 6.5 point underdogs. So I took the points. And
they're smoking.
They're yeah. So
another SEC team's going to go down.
Yeah.
Number 6 Missouri getting
And 11.
whipped by Drake.
but I'm telling you, Drake has only lost 4 games. They beat Vandy early in the year, beat them by 10 or more.
I think we talked about that in the last episode.
Yeah. Did we?
I think we did.
Drake, yeah. I actually think I have him in one of my brackets going to the Sweet 16.
Wow, that's a long ways.
We'll win 2 games.
That's,
But yeah.
who are they gonna face off against next? I guess.
If
closed
that's a
out
good
the bracket
question.
here.
I got one somewhere.
Let's see, where's Drake in the bracket? What portion?
So
of the
Drake
bracket?
wins. They'll play the winner of Texas Tech and University of North
Well,
Carolina.
they could win that.
Wilmington.
Is Texas Tech any good?
They're a 3 seed. I haven't seen them play. I would say
Wonder what
away
their record
jersey or
is.
Reagan could tell you if they're good. Because away jersey keeps up with basketball, just like
does
Reagan would. Yeah,
They're big basketball people.
yeah.
Jason says, I know Duke could beat UNC.
I'm surprised away jersey. He must not be on there anymore, because he's a big North Carolina fan.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. His mom, I think I told you this. His mom was, or no, his grandmother was a big donor to North
Oh,
Carolina.
yeah, we
and grandfather,
did talk about that. Yep.
Yeah, Arkansas, yep, has won. Upset alert. That's big. Well, I mean, that's to me,
A 10-7. I don't know that that's a
Yeah.
huge upset
like
alert.
8 and 9 and 10 and 7. Technically, if a 9 beats an 8 and a 10
We have
beats
some
a
of those
7.
downstairs. The
Ooh.
orange cream soda Cokes. If you want to try one, we've got some.
Maybe.
I'm not a big thrill on.
And I've had
A
2
lot of
cups
coffee,
of
you're
coffee.
floating.
Yeah, so I'm good.
So Texas Tech, the Red Raiders, 25-8 record. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
UNC Wilmington is a 27-7.
yeah, but their schedule probably is
Not
way
as-
easier
not
than
as
Texas Tech.
Tough as
yeah.
Texas Tech. What conference is Texas Tech in?
Big 12.
Of course, I mean, I guess it's not really relevant anymore because all these teams have moved around, so it's not the Big 12 that I remember.
No, it's not your dad's Big 12.
Not your dad's Big 12. It's not your daddy's Big 12.
Nacho.
Nacho.
So Arkansas will play the winner of St. John's and the Omaha Mavericks.
The Mavericks. Yeah. The Omaha Steaks.
Yeah. T-Bones.
The T-Bones.
The Omaha T-Bone.
Omaha T-Bones. I still like the Omaha Steaks the best.
Yeah.
Even though they're the Mavericks. I mean, the Mavericks is still like the greatest ever, maybe.
Yeah, you really over the.
But I don't, being called the Steaks, though, I mean, that's pretty awesome. And like your mascot could be Miss Steak. That's legendary. That's legendary.
I don't know, yeah.
Or be called the Omaha Cupcakes. Somebody could be a cupcake.
I would not.
Dino. I wonder if there's a school that has a
not.
dinosaur as a mascot.
I feel like maybe like the Raptors or something. But that's a NBA team, Toronto Raptors.
Is there a college with the dinosaur? Somebody else has looked this up apparently. There is.
A community college.
The Triceratops. The mascot's named Stomp.
That's cool.
The Cuyahoga Community College, Tri-C, CCC.
In Ohio.
Wow. The Triceratops.
And
their mascot is named Stomp. That's what I'm talking about.
And then the University of Calgary
is the T-Rex.
They're known as the Dinos with a T-Rex in their logo.
There you go. Huh. There you go. Those are some mascots.
Now,
That's
I like
Triceratops.
Right, I like that that would be cool.
A mascot named Stomp.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something right there.
Fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Good. I might dump the Mighty Scots for
it's
the
Stomp.
It's
a 7-foot tall Triceratops.
That's pretty bad, Mamma Jamma.
Well, if you're going to be a dinosaur, your mascot's got to be big.
So I guess whoever's in the costume has to wear like stilts or something.
Probably looks out like the chest or something. Or it's a real big tall
guy.
Yeah,
that makes sense, right? They could look out.
No, that's the Calgary. Here's your Triceratops guy.
Screw the Triceratops then. Oh, it's because they got the huge head.
Yeah. He probably looks out the mouth.
I like the Calgary one better.
Yeah. But I like the Triceratops name.
Look at that logo. That's bad, man.
No, that is pretty good. Rex, yeah.
See now, if I started a professional team, that's what I'd say. Hey, we're gonna be the T-Rexes.
The T-Rexes?
Yeah. Snapping their Slim Jim. Yeah.
I think
that was the other sound I wanted to add. That was it.
Yeah.
Snapping their Slim Jim. Macho Man.
Yeah. That's a good one.
That's a good one. I need to write that down.
I would rather be Triceratops. Ooh, it's not a dinosaur. What if you're
Macho Man sound.
What if you were the Cyclops? I would want to be a Cyclops. The fighting Cyclops. The one-eyed.
Oh, yeah.
That would be cool.
I wonder if anybody's got that as a mascot.
I'll be surprised. But if it is, it'd be my new favorite team. I'll buy a shirt or a hat.
Cyclops.
Mascot.
Did I spell Cyclops correctly? Probably not.
That's the way I'd spell.
Oh. No. I don't think any of these are.
Yeah, I don't think that's a school. It's
Red
costume.
Cyclops? No, I don't think these are schools.
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible to find Cyclops mascots.
Yeah, but I'm not buying that's a coffee
Cyclops
roaster.
Coffee roasters.
Yeah. I'm talking school.
Yeah, I'm talking about an actual school mascot. Like a legit mascot.
So,
if you did, it'd have to be like the legendary Cyclops from, what's that one old movie? Oh. It's like an old Greek movie or, you know what I'm talking about? Where they show the Cyclops?
But Yale was, I think a lot of people picked Yale to upset Texas A&M, and they're not going to.
Hey, thanks so much, guys. Apparently, we got 100 messages today through our restream.
Sweet. A lot of chatting going on.
Thank y'all so much for chatting. Like, they even gave us an award and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving up in high
tide.
That's right.
High tide.
Moving up in the world.
Come on, you're leaving me hanging. Is it you do the Y's or I do the Y's?
Well,
who does the S?
Whoever starts it is going to
Bud, Y's.
There's only 3.
Right?
Yeah. Whoever starts
We did it much better the last time.
Yeah. You tried too hard.
Tried too hard.
Sometimes when you try hard, you fail.
Yep. Well, that's
well.
That's kind of a Debbie Downer.
Story of our life. This is funny. Reagan says there's a community college called the Fighting Artichokes.
No. See, I told you Reagan knows everything when it comes to mascots.
I kind of like that even. I mean,
The Fighting Artichokes.
probably not scary, but I like it.
Fighting Artichokes mascot. Oh, my goodness.
Scottsdale. I'm going to go there. I love Scottsdale, Arizona.
Isn't that where you guys go to the golf tournament?
Yeah, that's where the waste management is, and then spring training.
So when you go to the golf tournament, you need to go to Scottsdale Community College and see if they'll let you get a picture with Artie the Artichoke.
That would be cool. I might give me a
Maybe
hat.
call ahead of time and say, hey, could I get a picture with Artie the Artichoke? I
Yeah.
bet they do it for Nate. I bet you money they would.
They ought to do it for me and you.
They're not going to do it for us.
We got 100 messages. We're big time now. Yeah. I don't know. The crowd, yeah, we're big timers. We're making waves in a big pond.
In a big pond with a little bit of piece of sand that just dropped into the pond.
Yep. So yeah, it's it's been a good start. No huge upsets. The 112.5.
I just picture with Artie the Artichoke.
Yeah, it would be cool.
Artie the Artichoke.
Yeah, there's been. I want a big upset other than the 12.5.
It kind of reminds me of the Western Kentucky Red Blob, though.
Well, an artichoke is kind of like a blob.
Yeah.
I think I like the artichoke over the red blob. I like Artie better.
In the Western Kentucky.
Yeah, look, it's evolved. I like the older 98.
The Arties. This is like caveman
73,
Artie.
yeah. 1973. 2007 don't look. He looks tough too.
Oh no, they had a muscle one. Look at this one.
Yeah, that's the 2007. I like him.
That's the best one right there.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Artie the Artichoke.
It was recognized as one of the weirdest mascots. Did you see that?
Yep. Interesting.
That's pretty cool though.
In Western Kentucky, Big Red,
Big Red,
the Hilltoppers, right?
It's just, I guess, a top of a hill. Right? That's all. Just a big bald top of the hill.
When you type Western Kentucky, you get cost or mascot.
Yeah, yeah. Because he's pretty famous.
Yeah, he's pretty famous. And you see him everywhere. Like
Yeah. He's been in the
commercials with Art.
all of them. Yeah. He's well known.
They need to put Artie the Artichoke in the commercials. He's not going to be a tier 1 school though, right? Community
Because it's
college,
community,
right?
yeah.
So
I mean, at least Westerns, they worked their way into D1.
they're actually legitimate.
They're a good basketball.
Didn't they make the tournament? Have they
They
made
used to make it, yeah. They haven't made it lately, I don't think. Reagan went to Western Kentucky.
He did. Yep, he did. What was that movie? Now it's driving me crazy. I'm going to find that movie.
I don't know what movie you're talking about.
The Cyclops.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. If anybody knows of any old movies with Cyclopses, help me out.
Let's see. Oh, another fact here. A 14 seed has only won twice since 2017. So it doesn't look good for 14 seeds here lately.
So what is the odds 14 versus 15? What did it say on 15s have occurred more often than 14s?
Yeah, lately. Yeah, so 14 seed has only won twice since 2017, and I told you the 15 seed has won 3 of the last 4 years.
Which 15's playing a 2. You would think
they're playing a tougher team. Kind of crazy. Then a 13 seed has won a game 28 of 39 tournaments since 1985.
And this kind of goes back to Reagan's comment. He felt like the 2 seeds were like strong this year. So
yeah, I think the 1 and 2 seeds are pretty strong. Fairly confident you won't see a 16. Well, real confident. And then I don't think you'll see a 2 seed win this year. I mean, a 15 seed beat a 2 seed. I don't think. Watch tonight, we'll see.
we'll be proven wrong.
Yeah,
man, Missouri's trying to fight to come back, aren't they?
Yeah,
they were getting smoked there for a while.
I still don't think I'll cash out because like I said, Drake can lose as long as they don't lose by 6. So I still have 9 and 15
You still got lots of room to move.
Yeah.
They don't look that impressive, but I mean, they're making things happen.
Oh, they just thank you for nailing that. That shot. It was just a 2. I thought it was a 3. Now they're up 11.
Who is this bull over here? The mascot for somebody.
Omaha.
Oh, the Stakes. They are bulls.
Well, it says Maverick, but they got a bull. They should have a bull.
They
mascot.
are a stake.
Yeah. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, man, look at him.
Hey, look at that. That dude's got like a wrestling helmet hat on with horns, and man, that's like serious business, man. I'm excited now. The Omaha Mavericks are Stakes.
Are you going to pull for him over?
I'm going to root for him. Yep, I'm going to root for him now.
I might have to.
Were they underdogs? They're underdogs, aren't they?
Oh
They're big time underdogs.
Yeah.
It's a 15-2. See, and that was the one that I kind of had that intuition, but I don't know what St. John's record is.
They've only lost 5, I think, 4 or 5.
But who are they playing? Did they play anybody good?
I think they're in the. Yeah, they have.
Was St. John's the one? No, it was St. Mary's that was the one that I was thinking about. Hey, I want to go there because.
Oh, look at that! What is that?
Johnny the Thunderbird.
Johnny Thunderbird.
Is St. John's, the man behind the mascot.
Yeah.
Johnny the Thunderbird.
Johnny Thunderbird.
I didn't.
Do they just call them the Johnnies now? Did they switch from the Red Storm?
Was that St. John's that was the Red Storm? I thought it was somebody else that was the Red Storm.
No, they used to be St. John Redmond.
Reagan says St. John's is legit, so don't wager.
Yeah, and then they took, they went from Redmond to Red Storm. And I wonder if they changed the Red Storm.
They were only called the Redmen because they dressed in all red uniforms.
Yeah, they thought it was but
it was not a reference, but they changed it because people thought it was.
But
they adopted Chief Blackjack in 1928.
Oh,
as well as other Native American themes.
So right now, Omaha's 18.5-point underdogs to St. John. I'm not going to take that. St. John, because I mean they're liable to kill them by 30.
Well, Reagan, I wanted to see what their record was. I was kind of curious who they played.
They're like 28-5 or something.
I was wanting to see who they
30-4. There you go.
Man, that's a pretty strong record.
Yeah, look up their. Well, wait a minute. I think I got it. Oh, I did have it. No, they're. I think they are legit.
I don't know though. I'm gonna root for the Stakes.
You can.
They beat Creighton 82-66.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
They've smoked everybody. They beat Marquette. Man, they beat some big names that are in the tournament.
Oh yeah.
Butler's in the tournament too, aren't they?
You don't get a 2 seed for being a bad.
Low schedule. Their strength of schedule is pretty strong.
Yeah. Well, 49th overall, but strength of schedule.
They beat UConn.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot of names that are actually in the tournament that they've already beat.
Georgia. No, they lost to Georgia by 3.
Like
early in the year.
Georgia, as in like SEC Georgia.
Yeah, they lost by 3.
The Georgia that just got smoked.
Yeah.
Oh, they beat Harvard, Jason. Sorry.
They also lost to Baylor by 1 early in the year.
Baylor's in the tournament too.
Yeah.
All that was early in the season.
Yeah, they beat New Mexico, who's in the tournament.
They beat Bryant.
Okay. Yeah, so, but they
Reagan says the Tritons are coming up soon.
The King Triton. Which a lot of people are picking them to beat Michigan.
Apparently they were the Johnnies. So St. John's were the Johnnies.
Yeah, but not official.
But not the Johns.
Because I always remember.
The Porta Johns. That's the problem with being a John, is that you could be a Porta John.
Yeah, I don't know that I would want to, be called the Johnny.
The Johnnies. The Porta Johnnies.
Yeah.
Going to be the Porta Johnnies.
That's right.
That's
Yeah, excited for this tournament. We'll be talking. Not every show will be all about March Madness, but for the next couple of weeks, we'll definitely be talking about it. Keeping up with games. Next week will be Sweet 16 games. I did place a bet, a little like $3 or $4 bet for Vandy to make the Sweet 16.
who do they have to get through to get there?
They have to beat St. Mary's and they'd have to beat Alabama. Yeah, I was like, I'll throw $3 because I think I'll win like $25, $30.
That's going with your heart on that one, I think.
It's just, yeah. Look, I'll throw $3 away on Cokes and beef jerky, so I figured that's one day.
Not a big deal.
Yeah. Because if I were to hit it, if they were to make the Sweet 16, I'd win like $30, $25.
St. Mary's was the one that had the mascot that I really liked.
The Gale, yeah.
The Gales.
Yeah. So, fun show. I love it. March Madness.
That's the Gale.
Yeah.
The actual Gale.
Yeah. That's the Gale. And they just call him Gale.
Oh, look at his muscles.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
He's a stout mascot.
Yeah.
He competes with the Monk.
That's what I was going to say. That's running. I still like the Monk, but that's up there
He's
with
competing with the Monk. Who is this? Marquette has the Paul Bunyan with the muscles?
They're Marquette is, no, I don't know.
No, that's
Golden
their
Eagles.
opponent.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
their
know who
opponent.
that
Whoever
is.
that
I
is.
like him, though.
I like him, too.
Yeah, he's cool. Look at him again. There, he's down there on another. Right there. I don't know who that is.
But somebody says, get to know Marquette's basketball opponent.
Yeah, that's
It's
weird.
like we're not really... What happened here?
I don't know. It's blank. Get out of there.
Uh-oh.
This done froze up everything.
No. We should have never clicked on that
Yeah.
Marquette's basketball opponent.
Well, it's been a good show. I think we can wrap it up a little bit.
We can.
It unfroze. Excited to see some upsets. I hope there's one more today and then some tomorrow. I'm not satisfied with 112 beat. Ooh, I guess 11 beating a 6. But look, Missouri. Maybe I need to cash out. Missouri's within 4.
Yeah, you need to be thinking about that.
Oh
They
my
probably
gosh.
changed it now.
Yeah, they're not going to offer me $20 now.
They're going to tell you, too bad, too sad for you.
Yeah.
Well, folks, thank you so much for sticking with us. We really enjoyed having you on the show. Hopefully you enjoyed the show.
Yeah, it was fun. I think we had a lot of topics out
A lot
there.
of good topics to talk about, a lot of interesting stuff to converse about. And what an exciting show whenever we're in the middle of the tournament.
Yeah,
Like that
March Madness is great.
March Madness is great. If you haven't caught our special that we did, that was a lot of fun too. So maybe check that out. And
Watch our shorts. I'll be making more.
yeah, and Michael's always making great shorts. So if you haven't watched them, you need to watch them. They are very, very funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of, if we can get it to come up.
Yeah, but thank you, everybody that chimed in. We had quite a few chatting in there. David was fairly new. Welcome back, Jason. I feel like he hadn't been here in a while.
Well, we've been doing these times that didn't really
And,
work for him, I
yeah.
think was the deal.
Reagan got in late, but he got here. I feel like he wasn't on time. Away jersey with Bobby Sullins chimed in, B12 Sully.
And we had a lot of great folks
Yeah.
chiming in. We had some newbies too.
Yeah.
My fam came on. We
Yeah.
had the guest
wives
visitor
chimed
with
in.
our chick,
Yeah.
one of our famous chickens, and
Yeah.
David. Yeah, David was one of our new. Yep.
newer one.
Very excited to have you, David. Folks, join in the chat whenever you come on next time.
Yeah, we had quite a bit.
Had a lot of great chat. This is like a record chat for us. So
Appreciate
very,
it.
very excited.
And happy March Madness.
Happy
It's going to be a
March
fun
Madness.
first weekend. Well, I got a question on that. And yeah, we're good. Can a nerd deal? Like, are you
This has been a production of Scott Social Media.
I think it's
Have a good week.
be both. I don't think it's mutually exclusive.
You can be, but okay, no, that was a legit question.
Texas is just going to show them how it is. You know, they're not. They've never played anybody. Blah, 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 blah.
Do you know the beginning of the year? Like this could be your true Cinderella if they keep it closer and win. But you know, the beginning of the year in the Big 12 conference, they were picked last.
I heard that.
They were picked to finish last.
The picture is not looking very good. You're looking kind of blurry there.
What? I had a long night last night. That's not the camera.
Oh, now, so everything I own, so that we can buy Club La Vila.
Oh,
And
man.
bring it back.
We'd have to live there, too. I wouldn't have nowhere.
I wouldn't have anyone else to live
Yeah.
either. But I mean, hell, I'd be living on the beach. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, look at our parking.
So you're not going to pick Texas, huh? You're not going to pick with your emotions. You're going to pick with your,
Not picking in my heart.
you're going to pick with your brain.
Yeah, I don't know if that's any better. You like that, Min?
Misanthropic. What is a misanthropic?
That's Mr. Anthropic's wife. You didn't like that joke? How awesome was that?
Notre Dame should go to the Big Ten. You know, Pablo Mac, I thought about that too, but Jason pointed out that Notre Dame actually already plays all their other sports. I believe it's in the ACC.
Yeah.
And so he was thinking that they're probably going to go ACC.
Geographically, it
already-
makes sense.
Well, but
For Big
remember,
Ten.
ACC now is the All
Yeah.
Coast Conference.
Yeah.
Out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harry Pinkel kind of looks like Drinky.
Maybe it's his step brother.
You know who else looks like Drinky is Freezy.
Yeah.
Freezy and Drinky.
I thought you weren't going to talk about it.
Okay, I didn't want to talk about Drinky.
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
Maybe I do have a crush on him. I just,
You
it's
do.
like
I think you secretly, like if he walked through the door and was like, I'm going to take you on a date, you would leave me here going, I don't know how to run this. You would run out.
my secret crush on Drinky.
Yeah. I think so.
The Budweiser commercial
that
for the
was
Clydesdales made me think about the frogs. Remember the frog commercials?
Yes, that was classic.
Those were great commercials too.
Bud
Wise.
Zer. We did it. High five. Hey, here's what Georgia is. You're going down the street, you see this house just up in flames, and you're like, man, I think everybody in there is probably dead. And then last second, here comes Georgia strolling out. Oh my God, they survived. Like, there's a few times. Yeah.
That's what they need to do, make overtime points half points.
Watch them do that one.
Overtime now will be half points. Then you always know when it's an overtime game, if they do half points.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Well, no, actually you wouldn't, right? If they do 2 half points.
No, because if they...
2 overtimes. It's not going to work.
Chicago deep dish. Giordano's is the best pizza place in my mind. Deep dish pizza, that's the best. Now that could start a huge argument.
Huge debate.
Because then you got people from New York. Oh, New York pizza.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's. If I was at that game, every Thanksgiving my family would hear it. Hey, did y'all know I was at the ice bowl? It was one cold game.
It's the only thing first thing you talk about the family gathering. Hey everybody, I just want to tell y'all that story about how I went to the Ice Bowl like
Everybody walked
1967. Yeah, you told us that story last time, Grandpa.
I'm probably going to go Notre Dame because Indiana, they're one big good team they played.
Oh yeah, that
was
does.
Ohio State, and they got rolled, right?
They got
Now,
rolled.
I don't know if Notre Dame is Ohio State.
Notre Dame did have a better strength of schedule.
Yeah. But what I would say is